Well, hello everybody. It's Shane, and I'm back in the MD-11 tonight. I had such a fun time doing go-rounds and missed approaches in the 737 last night. I thought I should do it in the MD-11 too, because it's been a while since I've actually executed approaches like that, or missed approaches, go-rounds. And I want to make sure I still know how to do it, because while there's less buttons on this autopilot, there's still just as many functions. They're just hidden behind less knobs. So I want to make sure I have my process right if I need to do a missed approach go around in the MD-11, because I don't do them as often as I do in the 737 apparently. Hey Sierra. So we are currently on the ground at Shreveport Regional Airport. So this is where Western Global does their maintenance. This is in Louisiana. And I figured it'd be kind of a cool airport to do this. So it's got a 8,400-foot runway with ILSs on both sides. Not too big, won't be too busy. I am on VATSIM right now. Let's see if I get in trouble with anybody, but there's no traffic around, so it should be fine. I did not talk to my MD-11 pilot friend for this one, because I think I pretty much know how to do it a little bit better in this aircraft, because I've been flying it for like 20 years. So we'll go over it here. Let me go over the takeoff, departure, taxi plan. Over here at the cargo pad, we're going to push tail facing to the southeast. We're going to taxi to 14 at Lima 1, and then we're going to do a high-speed taxi down the runway and do a 180 turn over here, and then depart to the north. Right now the winds are indicating calm. They weren't earlier. That kind of changes stuff. Nah. Tell you what, we'll take off 1-4. Let's reprogram for 1-4. I think that might be better. All right, here's what we're gonna do. 1-4 is a better runway for us to use, so we'll just do that. We'll use runway 14. That's actually better. And then we'll plan for the ILS 14 at Kedos. Alright, that might be a little bit better for us. Okay. So let's go ahead and get started here. Status page, engine, APU is already running. Doors and windows are closed. Aux hydraulic pump 1 is on. Parking brake is set. APU power is on. External power is off. Wheel chocks ground power unit removed. Beacon lights on. APU bleeds on. Engine ignition A. No 8 cars tonight. And
hey, Captain, let me know where you want this thing.
Out there will do.
Welcome aboard, Captain. Toes connected, bypass pins inserted. Go ahead and kill the parking brake when you're ready to go.
I'm ready to go. Alright, parking brake released.
Here comes the pushback. Light them up.
Alright, crew, let's fire it up. Starting 3. Button out, light on. And 2. Oil pressure. Fuel on. Good start on 3 starting 1. But now the light is on. Rotation. Just so everybody's essay here. Alright, oil pressure's good, fuel on. I have the aircraft ballasted down with some typical takeoff and landing weights just to replicate the feel of the aircraft. About 450,000 pounds, 440, something like that, is our takeoff weight. Okay, good start on 1, starting 2, button out, light on. In 2. Fuel on. Flaps up thick. Whoa, that's not good. My flap handle came off.
Just about done here. Go ahead and set your parking brake.
Yeah, they don't make these flap handles like they used to. Spoilers, arm, stab trim, 5.5. Alright, takeoff data. V1 136, rotate 146, V2 159, flaps retract 169, slat retract 212, and then we'll fly 220 in the pattern. Next, take off departure brief. Update here is going to be brake set. Update here is going to be.
And we're disconnecting the tow. Give me just a moment.
Do runway 14 as opposed to 32. Transponder TARA.
And we're disconnected. Signal and pin on the left. Take it easy and have a safe flight.
Alright, see you later. Alright, let me check VetSim radar. Nobody's here at the airport, so I'm not going to make any traffic calls until I see somebody show up. I don't want to talk to myself. Alright, we're all set. It'll be a very short taxi here. Okay, noticeable steering. Brakes. Flight controls. Alright, before takeoff checklist. Like the engine, green box. So let's go heading select. And auto flight. Profile. Oh, that's the wrong heading. Maybe we should do 141. That's a better heading there. Exterior lights set for takeoff. Radar on. And we're clear for takeoff. So I have to take up. We're gonna fly the runway heading here. Doesn't seem like my heading. We'll probably just pull heading after takeoff. Alright, here we go. Alright, brakes release, set takeoff thrust. Airspeed's live. 80 knots, takeoff clamp. V1, rotate. Does it rate? You're up. Autopilot on. Ooh, easy there, buddy. Speed checks, flaps track. And we'll come right to 231. This will be our Crosswind Lake here. Go downwind, that's going to be 321. Alright, so let's talk about the go-around procedure for this aircraft. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to have our missed approach heading set here. So we're not going to fly the published missed. We're going to fly a right close traffic pattern for runway 14. is right down there. So the runway heading is 141. So when we go around, the first one's going to be at decision altitude, which I need to look up right now. The ILS. Let me swap that over. Alright. ILS 14. The decision altitude is 458 Barrow. So we'll do the first go around at decision altitude. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna press the go around button, which is gonna be that button right on top of the throttles, right in the middle of the number 2. We're going to depress that. We're going to manually drive the throttles up to the go-around limit, and we're not going to have any auto throttle protection because we're going to fly this with the autopilot off and the auto throttle off. So we're going to manually control the thrust to the at or around the go-around limit. We're going to fly the runway heading, and we're going to pitch and follow the flight director. As soon as I have 400 feet, I'm going to pull heading, and at 1,000 feet AGL, I will engage the autopilot. Also, actually, after I pull heading, I'm going to also pull airspeed and set for 220 knots. Where's the airport at? Is that far back there, huh? Wow, I'm surprised I can't see it. Alright, let's go speed 190, flaps 15. Alright, speed checks, flaps 15. Okay, let's go ahead and fly our base leg. Zero 51.
Stabilizer motion.
There's the airport, there's the runway. Approach land is armed. Let's go ahead and set our ILS intercept course. 111. That gave us a 30-degree entry. Okay, localizer capture. FMS speed. Approach speed 159. Flaps 35. Okay, glide slope capture. Gear down, flaps 28.
Stabilizer motion.
Speed checks, flaps 35.
2500. Autopilot.
Auto throttle.
Stabilizer motion.
Got some interesting winds here. Meteor said it was the wind's calm, and now I have a 11 knot tailwind. But that's not really a big concern here. We're not going to be landing anyway.
Stabilizer motion.
Alright guys, remember, going around at the minimums.
1000.
So, go around button, drive the throttles to go around limit manually, follow the flight director, pull heading, full speed, autopilot on, auto flight 1,000 feet. And flaps 28.
Approaching minimum 300. 200.
Go around, flaps 28.
Too low, flaps. Too low, flaps. Too low, flaps.
No.
Too low, flaps.
Gear up. Full heading. And autopilot on. Flaps 15. Flaps track.
Altitude.
Speed 220. And let's go over to the... crosswind leg. Alright, first one was okay, a little sloppy.
Stabilizer motion.
I did do that. That was the toga button. But there's actually, it's not called the toga button, it's called the go around button. There is no toga button. The go around button is the button here in the middle, and that's mapped to my number 1 throttle. Toga is a Boeing thing. We don't got that on the MD-11. Alright, coming out 321 heading. It's not a toga button, it's a go around button. Think about it. Is there a takeoff mode? You don't press a button to take off, right? You arm the auto flight and you move the throttles up past 70% and 1. And then it sets the thrust and it engages the takeoff mode. There's no button you press to take off. So it's a go around button. First one was a little sloppy, but we'll tighten it up on the second one. Big language barrier. I think they're from Spain. Maybe, and everybody's so used to Boeings that they just think it's a toga switch or a toga button, but it's not. All that button does is it sequences the FMC and the flight director for takeoff go around mode and sets your thrust limit to the go around limit. Yes, we will. We'll do that on the third one. I want to get one more clean go around in, and then we'll try a botched landing, balked landing. This thing does not like flying at this airspeed, does it? I need to work on the airfoil some more. We shouldn't be this high at this airspeed at this weight. Do one more go around, and then we'll try a balked landing. Hey, let's fly base. Speed 190, flaps 15. set up for the entry. Tell you what, let's step it down 500 feet, or we're gonna blow through the glide slope. Okay, glide slope, localizer. Let's go gear down, flaps 28, speed checks. Checks, flaps 35. Set missed approach altitude 3,000 feet and missed approach heading 141. Alright, another go around at decision altitude. Autopilot's coming off.
Autopilot. Autopilot.
Auto throttle.
Stabilizer motion.
Ooh. Wind shift quite a bit there. Alright, go round from decision altitude.
500. 400. Approaching 300. 200. Minimum.
Go around. Flaps 28. Okay. Speed 190, autopilot on. Gear up.
Altitude.
Speed to, let's do 230 now. I think 230 is a little better for us. Alright, flaps up.
Altitude. Stabilizer motion.
we'll keep our crosswind and base legs a little bit tighter this time. 321. Oh, nope. Ah, stupid. I wish rotate would let me use my honeycomb Bravo knobs for this. Alright, that one was a little bit better. Third one's going to be a bulk landing, so we're going to bounce it off the runway and try that. That was better the second time around. I've already burned 10,000 pounds of fuel doing this. Cool. I'm talking about the rotary knob here. You talking about this one? Because I can do altitude, but I can't do, like, if I set it to heading, it still does altitude. And if I set it to other stuff, it doesn't work. So if you know how to make this thing work so that I can change to different modes, let me know, because I can't make it work. It works on the level up 737 autopilot without me having to set any commands. It just works. So I'm not sure why it's not working on this. I think rotate didn't set it up to work that way. I don't know why. That's fine. I'll just have to use my mouse, but then you get a little bit inaccurate with stuff on that. Maybe I'll just go ask them myself, right? Alright, so this third go around is going to be rejected landing, a bulk landing. Speed 190. Flaps 15.
Stabilizer motion.
Coming right. Base leg. I asked him. Come on, I'm me. I'm Mr. MD-11 on YouTube. They'd heard of me. Arm. ILS approach, correction, ILS intercept 111.
Stabilizer motion.
FMS speed. Hey, localizer captured. Alright, glide slope, gear down, flaps 28.
Stabilizer motion.
Okay, speed checks, flaps 35.
$2,500. Stabilizer motion.
Alright.
Stabilizer motion. Autopilot.
Auto throttle. Alright, so this will be a touchdown gone wrong. Alright, this one might hurt a little bit. Hold on to your teeth.
400. Approaching minimum 300. 200 minimum.
Continue.
100.
Alright, hold on.
50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Okay. Go around. Flaps 28, gear up. Okay, speed 230. Autopilot on.
Stabilizer motion.
Alright,
Altitude.
flaps retract. A little slow on getting on the go around button for that. Alright, keep it going. $321. See how it says go around here, Juliet? That's sequence when you press that go around button. That's how it knows that you're in a go around mode. Alright, we'll do one more and then we're gonna land it. Alright, so this will be our last one. We'll do a go run at 50 feet. And then for the last one, we're going to keep the pattern really, really tight, and so we can come back in and land. Full stop. Alright, let's head down 2,500 feet so we can tighten up the approach a little bit.
Stabilizer motion.
At speed 190. Okay, speed checks, flaps 15. Heading 051.
$2,500.
Land armed. FMS speed. Profile. Nope. Take it back.
Stabilizer motion.
No, that's not gonna work. Wrong button.
$2,500.
Alright. It's up here. Okay, localizer captured. I like to make sure the speed checks. I like to make sure I look at my airspeed tape and make sure that I'm in range for the flaps. That's what I do. Light slopes coming in. Hey, glide slope, gear down. Checks flaps 28.
Stabilizer motion.
Alright, flaps 35. Speed checks. I'm 50 feet on this one.
Stabilizer motion.
Autopilot.
Autopilot.
Autothrottle.
$1,000.
50 feet.
Approaching minimum 100. 200 minimum.
Continue.
$100. 50.
Go around.
40. 30. 20.
Flaps 28.
Flight slow. Too low. Flaps. Too low. Flaps.
Pilot on. Speed 230.
Altitude.
Alright. Gear up. I keep forgetting the gear. That's the thing I need to remember. The gear. Alright, flaps up.
Altitude.
Man, the gear. It's the gear. Alright,
2,500.
oh, that's one thing I gotta remember is to get the gear back up. And boy, it took a lot of elevator to get that thing out that descent. We drifted another 30 feet down. After I said go around, I had the elevator almost all the way back to get the nose to come back up.
$2,500.
Alright, this will be a full stop landing on this one. Altitude 2,000. Let's make sure we're configured for landing this time. Let's go. Auto brakes minimum is fine. Speed brakes are up. Landing width's gonna be 422, so 157, flaps 35. Alright, speed 190. Okay, speed's good, flaps 15.
Stabilizer motion.
Going in nice and tight.
Stabilizer motion. Stabilizer motion.
Coming right. 111. Localizer. I'm full stop. Go down. Speed checks. Flaps 28. FPS speed.
Stabilizer motion.
Flight slope. Set best approach altitude.
Autopilot. Autopilot.
Flaps 35. Speed. It's good. Auto throttle. Wow. Okay, full stop landing.
1000.
Continue.
One hundred 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
we're back. We're done. Alright, that's enough for tonight. Flaps up, slats up, auto brakes off, radar switch off. Stab trim. Oh, that was fun. So I learned a few things tonight. I learned that I need to be faster with the landing gear. I learned that a go around at low altitude is very risky because it does not respond quickly to the elevator input. So if you're anything below 50 feet, you might as well just go ahead and touch it down because it's not gonna. We got down to 20 feet when I did the 50-foot go around. We drifted down to 20 feet before I could get the nose to come up. So that was definitely a thing. And just be faster with the gear. But the autopilot functionality worked fine. It defaults to heading select when you go around anyway. And as long as you have your missed approach altitude set, you just need to dial in your speed, pull the speed, turn on the autopilot. It'll take over from there after 1,000 feet. So I think that's it for tonight, guys. I think that's enough go around practice in both these aircraft for a while. I'm ready to get back to some line flying here soon. Don't know what aircraft, but probably either tomorrow or Sunday night. I gotta work tomorrow. I gotta work this weekend, so I don't know what my schedule is gonna be like in the evening. But I'll catch you guys on the next one. Take care.